What's up, guys? Welcome back to the MLG Studios here in New York City. I'm Axel Tass. I'm joined by Axlab. We're currently continuing our coverage of the WCS America Premier League qualifiers. We started with 512, and we're trying to find 8. We just saw Demuslim take down his opponent Jaedong, 2-0 fashion. Not too shabby. We also saw Alicia get a qualification spot, taking out Revival, which means Revival is going to drop down to the lower bracket. He's going to face off against Demuslim, and the winner of this best of 3 will qualify, again, for the Premier League of WCS America.
Of course, Demuslim looking very strong, taking down the tyrant Jaedong over in Korea. But I think he's going to be up against a different beast in Revival. Revival doesn't have the same notoriety of Jaedong, the same fearsome legendary status, but Revival does have a lot more experience playing in the non-Korean tournaments. Of course, Revival, he's won more Play Him Daily tournaments than any other player out there. Very experienced in the non-Korean scene. He's definitely going to know what he's up against and who he's up against when facing off against his teammate Demuslim.
Yeah, Revival has that endurance that, I don't know if Jaedong necessarily is used to, of going through these, not only these very, very long tournaments, but, on a different server, potentially. So we'll have to see how Revival can stack up against Demuslim. Demuslim showing great form in his 2-0 over Jaedong. Can he continue and qualify for the Premier League of WCS America? We're going to find out. Game 1, let's do it. It's going to be on Planet S. Neo Planet S.
Of course, this map we talked about before, how it's great for counterattacks. That's something the Revival is really going to be looking to do, using that speed in the Zergling to get in there and launch constant counterattacks at the Muslim's third base.
All right, let's see what happens in this oh-so-important match in the bottom left-hand location. We have the Red Zerg player who dropped down to the lower bracket after losing 2-0 to Alicia. From Team Evil Geniuses, he is Revival. His opponent in the top right-hand location, the blue Terran player, has a spot at the top of the North American Grandmaster ladder, and he's been there for a while. Can he continue his success in this tournament and qualify for the WCS America Premier League? From Team Evil Geniuses as well, he is Demuslim, aka Benjamin Baker. See what happens. Again, the map is going to be Neo Planet S. I'm excited for this one, man. Can Demuslim do it? I mean, this is the story. Everyone's been talking about it. Everyone's rooting for Demuslim. But on the other hand, Revival, just the legendary Zerg player, came from TSL, trying to qualify for the Premier League of WCS America.
I don't know who this would be a bigger win for, to be honest. I mean, it would be a huge win for Demuslim, proving that, these players, the non-Koreans in the America qualifier can compete with these Korean giants. And it would be the first, we saw Alicia qualified earlier. Demuslim could be the first, and he might be one of the only or one of the few non-Koreans to actually make it through this tournament.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Revival, he pretty much has never had tournament success. He made top 4 in the first season of NESL.
Well, if we're not talking about, the Playhams and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
He won plenty of those.
Yes, major tournaments.
Exactly, yeah.
Not daily minor events.
Sure.
He's never really had that success in a major event yet since that very first season of the North American Star League. So this would be a very good chance for him to prove to the world that he is relevant in that top tournament setting.
All right, we'll see what happens to Demuslim, opening up similarly how he did against Jaedong in their first game on Daybreak, with the Reaper, second Reaper getting queued up. Revival going to take a sneak and get a spot. That Reaper. Can Demuslim keep the Reaper alive and get a lot of kills? So we'll find out. Revival getting some gas, so he's not delaying speed by any means. Going to get that without too much trouble, without too much delay. But, it being Neo Planet S and a shorter map, the Reaper going to be able to jet across the map pretty fast and start poking at those drones.
I wonder if Demuslim is going to use the same kind of build orders in a row that he did against Jaedong. The first game doing the Reaper, harass, into Hellion, into fast 3 bases, into Hellbat Marine play, and then in game 2 going for the proxy barracks. A lot of players who are playing these long tournaments kind of end up doing the same strategies in every best of 3 because they're playing so many different opponents. They want to basically just focus on perfecting a few limited strategy sets. Revival also, you know, he might have talked to Jaedong. They're both there in Korea.
Yeah.
And Jaedong might have said, okay, he did this to me in game 1, this to me in game 2. Revival could
That's
be
possible
ready for it.
sure. That's absolutely possible. Of course, you know, we'll have to see if Demuslim even cares, if his opponent knows what he's doing, because, you know, with most of the strategies Demuslim decides to use, he's very good with them. Oh, that Reaper getting very low
man,
in health.
you do not want to lose those Reapers early.
Yeah.
We can see Revival already deviating. He's actually going to go for
Oh,
a big
very
Roach
fast
time.
Roach Warren.
Yeah, definitely going to be looking to put on some pressure with Roaches. You can see his food is up to 44
He didn't get
potential.
speed. That was just one of those things I assumed he was going to get,
Yeah,
but just
no.
investing all of his gas into Roaches.
I don't think Demuslim's seen this either. I mean, he saw the gas Tommy, but he hasn't seen the Roach Warren yet. And of course, the gas Tommy, he would just assume it would mean speedlings. And this is almost a build that I think Revival might be using to counter the fast 3-3 behind the Reapers.
Yeah.
The Reapers, of course, get map control versus slow Zerglings. The Reapers are retreating because they assume speed's on the way, which is really bad for Demuslim. It's so unfortunate.
Because he can't be on the map spawning things. Like right now, originally, against the normals, he'd be running because the speedlings might surround him.
And if he didn't run, if he saw the Roaches leaving the base, Demuslim would almost certainly win.
No, Demuslim has no idea.
Yeah, he would just react around Marines, build a bunker behind his wall, evacuate the low ground, and he would stop this Roach attack fairly easily. But he has no idea it's coming.
He's
reacting
about to
around
find
Hellions.
out, and he's going to come out, and he's going to see what exactly is happening. And now probably going to lift that command center, try to start a bunker in his main base or something. Is it too late? Brilliant build here from Revival, exploiting this timing to be charging up the ramp. Going to start targeting down these supply depots.
If the depot dies, it's all done for. He's got to repair it over, giving high ground vision. The Roach is actually getting down off the ramp. They don't want to get hit by all the Hellion splash as they clump on the ramp. Nice moves by Revival, but now he's going up, targeting the SCVs. Demuslim's got to pull additional SCVs to help reinforce them. Marauders being produced, and Widow Mines. No, the depot!
The depot goes down. The Roaches, there is nothing to stop them from charging into the main. That's exactly what they're going to do to Demuslim. He has a couple Widow Mines on the way. Again, the factory still has the reactor on it. Not for long. The Roaches targeting that down. There goes the reactor. SCV's going to be pulled here for Demuslim to try to deal with this aggression. Can Demuslim come up with a defense?
One Widow Mine's out, but it scurries back. It's scared. It retreats. He's got to get those landed and use them as a focal point around his defense. Two Marauders out now. He's got to keep those alive as well. He's lost so many SCVs, though. He is going to kill these Roaches. He's got them pinned in the corner now. A few more reinforcements, but I think the aggression is winding down.
Yeah.
But has it done enough already?
Marauders out. I mean, workers killed is 19, up to 20. Revival making nothing but drones behind them.
There's 3 Roaches snuck around the back.
4 Roaches actually back there,
man.
targeting down
So
SCV
many
after
kills.
SCV. That's exactly what Demuslim does not want to have happen, but Demuslim finally going to be able to clean up this Roach aggression. And let's look at some stuff. Income tab, 38-10 in favor of Revival.
Oh, and he's even losing more units as they're going down the ramp of his main. He was not ready for those Roaches, lost several of his already damaged Hellions. He's finally going to clean that up, but I think he just took too much damage. Look at his supplies.
Yeah. He's down to 28 supply,
Oh,
12 harvesters.
Jesus.
Okay, if there's good news, he has
Triple mule.
3 orbitals, triple mule. But you know, Revival, a brilliant play there. You know, going for the Roaches, perhaps knowing this play style of Demuslim and his desire to go for the Reapers and Hellions, his willingness to back up to make sure he doesn't die to speed, which makes sense. It's not a fault of Demuslim to do that.
There is one thing. I've actually seen a lot of Terrans in this exact same situation. They'll leave one Reaper in front of the Zerg base, and they'll treat the others.
So they'll let that Reaper die.
If it's speedlings, that Reaper will die. But they'll basically always win against this Roach attack. Because if you see the Roaches leaving the base, what you do is you reactor out Marines. You leave the reactor on the barracks, you reactor out Marines, your factory builds Widow Mines one at a time, you build a bunker, your bunker will be done on the high ground by the time the Roaches cross the map, and you're going to have close to 8 Marines. And that much damage output, it's very hard for those Roaches to get up the ramp and take down that depot. But I really think, like you said, Revival kind of knew Demuslim would retreat both the Reapers, and the attack just caught him totally with his pants down.
All right, Demuslim has to do some magical stuff here to come back in this game number 1. He's down 93-49 in supply, 47-29 in harvesters. He's attacking on 2 engineering bays at this moment in time. Going to try to start up 1-1.
I like that. You got to get those upgrades.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we have a little attack here from Mr. Revival.
You know, and Demuslim, he has a bunker with 2 Marauders in it. He's got 4. I think he'll be fine with the Widow Mines. I mean, Revival is just, I think, just trying to scare him. But actually, wait, another pack Roach is coming in. Is this going to be enough? I feel 4 Widow Mines and 3 Marauders should hold this.
We see Revival splitting away Roaches here. Demuslim desperately going to try to hold this attack. 2 more Widow Mines in production. Marines and Marauders in production as well. +1 is halfway from being complete. Pulling some SCVs to try to repair this bunker. The Widow Mines slowly getting picked at by the Roaches. They can see him because of that Overseer above. Revival going to try to crush Demuslim down right now.
Wow. I really didn't see that working as well as it did. Actually, the bunker goes down. 2 Marauders full. That's 2/3 of his damage output. Another Marauder joins the fray. SCVs are having to buff with their lives.
Oh, no.
I think similar to what I did, they must have underestimated the attack and didn't quite repair that bunker enough. Now he's down to, he's at a 4th to Voodoo Revival.
Yeah.
Only a few units, sacrificing the low ground yet again. All the depots being forfeited.
It might be time for Demuslim to
I think
shake it out, do some stretches, and get ready for game number 2 because Revival streaming into the main with all the Roaches. And there's the GG from Demuslim. Revival taking game 1 with you know, a relatively simple Roach timing. Again, if Demuslim scouts that, you know, how different, of course, is that game going to be? But kudos to Revival, man.
I feel we've seen this happen to Demuslim several times before. He looks really brilliant when the game gets into his basically the way he wants it to be. But he's not always quite careful enough with his scouting. There was, we just casted a game with him where the exact same thing happened. He got caught totally off guard by a build of his opponents and just didn't have the prepared defense he needed.
Yeah, you know, Demuslim's going to be down 1-0, but Revival did a great job in game 1. Can Revival extend his advantage, make it 2-0, and qualify for the Premier League of WCS America? Or can Demuslim win 2 in a row and claim a spot in that Premier League? Guys, we're going to find out. Game 2 between Revival and Demuslim coming up.